Hey everyone, so this is going to be a battery life test of the always on display on the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge and the LG G5. Now on the right here I have the Xperia Z5, and this does not have an always on display, but I'm just going to use it here as a reference. I'm going to have the screen on all night, and the same for these two. I'm going to just have the light on for the next 8 or 9 hours or so. So the always on display will be lit up like you see right now. And I'm going to have this timer on the Z5. So let's just check in on the battery life percent right now. So 90% for the Galaxy S7 Edge, and then for the LG G5 it's at 98%, and then the Z5 is at 90%. Alright, so go ahead and start the timer. And again, I'll check in about 8 or 9 hours. Gonna leave the light on all night. And so yeah, we'll see how the battery holds up. Oh, and also I have all these phones are in airplane mode, and I close out of all the apps aside from the timer on the Z5. Alright guys, I'll check in about 8 or 9 hours. Hey everyone, so I'm done with the test. That was actually almost 10 hours, about 9 hours 45 minutes. And I noticed that the Z5 screen is actually off, so I'm going to check in on that. So let's just look at the stopwatch. Alright, so it says 5 hours 42 minutes. I'm guessing that's when the screen shut down. And it is at 33%. So again, that started at 90%, so you can see that has a huge decrease in battery life when the screen is just left on like that. Now let's check in on the S7 Edge. So 83%, just a decrease of 7%. So the S7 Edge, it started at 90% down to 83, so again that's 7%. The LG G5, alright, so 89%. It started at 98%, so a decrease of 9%. So the S7 Edge did a little bit better. So overall, really impressive for both of these phones. The S7 Edge did a little bit better. It was only 7% compared to 9% for the LG G5. And just some things to keep in mind. So first, you can probably notice that the S7 Edge screen is significantly more bright than the than the G5. But the G5 always on, it has notifications from third-party apps. It just gives you more notifications than the S7 Edge, which is mostly limited to messages. Now personally, I always use this feature. I find it really helpful. So I think that this test, for example, was a good way of indicating if you're at work and it's just sitting on your desk, how much the battery life would decrease. So now let's say if you have the phone in your pocket or something, or if the light is off, which I'll do right now. So you're going to see in a second here that this screen is going to start to dim. So you already saw with the G5. And now with the S7 Edge, it should dim any second now. Alright, so you just saw that it dimmed. So you can still barely make it out. But yeah, basically, if it's in your pocket, if the light is off, the adaptive brightness is still on, so the screen's going to be darker and it's going to save more of your battery life. On the LG G5, you can still just barely make it out. Not sure if you guys can see it on the camera there, but it is there. So yeah guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. So overall, I'd say very impressive with both phones. It just comes down to what your preference is. If you want the screen to be a little brighter, if you want to save a little more battery life, go with the S7 Edge. But if you want more notifications, go with the LG G5. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions or comments.